Ginu Joseph, Global Group Editor of Modern Plastics Network and Modern Plastics TV. Here with me, Mr. Thorsten Kühmann from VDMA, serving the European Indian plastic industry, supporting the global network from Germany. And VDMA is doing a lot of good work, which I see during K exhibitions. Thank you so much for coming to India, joining us at Plus India 2023.
It's my pleasure.
And tell us about VDMA, its history, and how do you promote German companies globally, and how do you see the Indian market for German companies?
Yes, okay, thank you. That's a very broad question right now. First of all, VDMA has a strong export activity, as many of our member companies are export oriented. Roughly 70 to 80% of all machines produced in Germany are actually exported. We have offices, VDMA offices, globally. One of them with I think 4 towns, being in 4 towns, is in India. And what we do here in India is to build up hold together the community of VDMA members. We've got roughly 500 member companies being in India, having a subsidiary here in India. And this is a very strong network, and it's very diverse because it's in all kinds of industry, one of them being the plastics industry. And this, now I'm talking about the plastics industry. It's a quite strong industry here in India, and it's very important for the German plastics and rubber machinery manufacturers. It's number 6 on our export agenda. So India really has proven to be a very strong market, a very promising market, and right now I think we're in a very interesting time where we see a lot of opportunities here in India.
What are the challenges you face when you are exporting to India? What improvement do you expect from Indian government or Indian industry?
First of all, I would like to point out there are more challenges than obstacles exporting to India. Why is that so? Because the market is strong, and we see a growing demand for high-end technology, and that's where German machine manufacturers come in. Plus, there is a growing consciousness of circularity, or let's say recycling. That's also very important, because our companies can really contribute to this issue. And also digitalization is stepping forward. So all those issues are interesting, are getting really interesting for our companies. I don't see too many obstacles in exporting to India. Of course, keeping in mind, you need to have a long vision to be successful in India, and you have got very good business people here in India. So I'd say our margins are not the best in India, but it's a stable and really good business.
Could you please tell our viewers about, the recycling and circular economy in Europe is much different than India, and how do you want to, give a message to the Indian plastic industry, like how you can improve the circularity, and, and as it was one of the biggest circular economy platform you hosted during K, could you please elaborate a little on this, please?
Okay, circular economy, I think, is the way we must go as a plastics industry. That is very important. It's good for the image of our industry, but it's also the future design of the industry. This has to be handled different from country to country. In Europe, we are at the point of closing the loops. Here in India, that's also an issue. But of course there's much more labor involved here in India. That is good, and that's nothing we want to stop. But at a certain point it's good to have really good technology. So circular economy is a future project here in India, and I'm sure this will be very successful.
Mr. Kühmann, it is a wonderful time to have a chat with you for knowing a little more about VDMA and its activities. And I'm sure it is going to change the scenario in the Indian market. People are adopting latest technologies. As you said, there are 500 companies. It's a huge number of companies already in India. And I know there are many German plastic machine manufacturers who already have their base in India. Thank you so much, and we wish you all the best. Have a wonderful time in Plast India and in India. Thank you.